From a couple of glasses of wine at Christmas dinner to champagne on New Year's Eve. A lot of people drink alcohol during their holiday celebrations. But for some, what begins as a night of fun ends in a morning of remorse. Dr. Joe shows us tonight some home remedies that may just help you get over that hangover.
Hangover symptoms are unmistakable.
Nauseated, a headache, and just miserable. You just feel like you don't want to get out of bed at all.
To get rid of that miserable feeling, some reach into the medicine cabinet.
I just take an aspirin or just try to sleep it off.
Understanding why aspirin and other anti-inflammatory drugs might help begins with understanding hangovers. As alcohol is absorbed from the stomach to the bloodstream, the liver's job to get rid of it begins, breaking it down to a different chemical called acetaldehyde.
That's actually even more toxic than alcohol itself, and what a lot of scientists believe contributes to these hangover symptoms.
USF medical student Kevin Morgan co-authored a paper on hangovers. He says acetaldehyde causes the release of inflammatory cytokines.
Some of the same cytokines or sort of body metabolites that are produced when you get sick with common ailments like the flu or the common cold.
Along with the headaches and body aches comes nausea.
Our ritual from Jamaica, when you have a hangover, either drink milk or ginger the next morning.
Turns out alcohol also injures your stomach. Ginger may help relieve some of the nausea. Some believe milk proteins or electrolytes could aid in recovery. But emergency physician Dr. Matthew Vasey says you might also find relief in over-the-counter medications.
If you have some, discomfort of the stomach or some stomach acid, you might treat that with an antacid.
And eat bread. Bread absorbs whatever's in there and it helps.
Carbs like bread are thought to help in a couple of ways. They may be soothing to the stomach while boosting blood sugar.
Not a medication for me, just a lot of water and maybe a little bit of rest.
Alcohol disrupts sleep-wake cycles, so rest can help. So can fluids. That's because drinks like beer have a diuretic effect. You'll lose fluids during those frequent trips to the bathroom. If you're vomiting, you'll also lose electrolytes like potassium.
Certainly if you're feeling a little bit dehydrated, you'd probably want to drink some water, maybe some Gatorade.
And while intravenous fluids may be trendy, and a small study shows the supplement N-acetylcysteine may help, getting rid of a hangover depends on math, your body chemistry, and time.
The more you drink, it just kind of is like a traffic jam, and it just kind of waits in line and just slowly has to go through and get metabolized, and unfortunately it can take up to 12 hours.
A process some people choose to avoid.
So I advise anyone, if they're going to drink in moderation, don't overdo it.
For the Fox Medical Team, I'm Dr. Joette Giovinco.
And Dr. Joe tells us the hangover study with N-acetylcysteine and cysteine are not published yet, but researchers at St. Luke's in Pennsylvania say the supplement worked better in women. They are beginning a second larger study to confirm their results.